Hello guys, how are you? How life's treating you? Today I'm going to share a review with you. After HBO's Game of Thrones and History, TV's Vikings tremendously disappointed the viewers. Netflix's The Last Kingdom was the only remaining hope for the fans of dark period drama. The good news is that the fifth and final season of the show delivered its promise and presented one of the finest final seasons of any show ever. And I'm not saying this as just a fan of the show, but also as an ardent admirer of the dark period fantasy dramas. Don't worry, at this review I won't feature any spoiler for season 5, but minor spoilers of the last 4 seasons may follow, so beware. Last Kingdom follows the story of King Alfred's dream of a united England with the perspective of our protagonist Uhtred, son of Uhtred, and his men. Though the show focuses on the story of England, one of its major plot points has been Uhtred's desire to reclaim Bibbenberg from his treacherous uncle. Fans of the show has been dying to see him to do that ever since season 1, but the show kept us as well as Uhtred waiting till season 4. When he finally went to reclaim Bibbenberg, he encountered a Russian defeat at the hands of his cousin and lost Father Beyoka. Well, being the final season, of course, it takes us back to Bamberg. Don't worry, since this is not a spoiler review, I won't tell you whether he achieved success in his conquer or not. But other than Bamberg, this season was about ending the long-going war between Saxons and Danes, as well as creation of England. Season 4 final ended in peace, as Edward ruled Wessex, Athelheld ruled Mercia, and Sigurd rules Uffric. This peace lasted 10 good years until the return of Breda, after which season 5 kicked off. Emily Cox Breda has been quite a debated character who is disliked by most fans ever since season 4. In this season, she goes berserk and unleashes all wrath on Uhtred and his children. Almost the entire first half of the season was about restoring the peace distributed by Breda, and the rest of the season deals with unification of England. Among these two major plotlines was the Sable-Bamberg connection, which took prominence in the final few episodes. Now, without spoiling much, I will quite sadly make you aware that there is a lot of death this season. Being a fan of The Last Kingdom means not getting too attached to characters, as they die quite often than not. In season 3, we lost way too many fan favorites, including Ragnar, Tera, Ethelwald, Gisla, and King Alfred himself. In season 4, we lost Father Beyoka and some secondary character. Season 5, being the final seasons, has the most that you have seen yet, and be ready to lose someone you like in almost every episode. Just like the previous seasons, the MVP of the show is Uhtred, portrayed by the ever-charming and gorgeous Alexander Draymond. He is basically the driving force of this show, and there's no Last Kingdom without Uhtred Ragnarson. Only other characters which came to his level in the show was David Dawson's Alfred. Ever since he died in season 3, there has been some sort of a void which Timothy Innes Edward couldn't really fill. Yet all of the cast, including Timothy, delivered solid performances and kept us invested in the show. There aren't many new characters in the season who actually leave an impact or matter that much. Sigtrygger's brother Ragnvald has some potential but was wasted in the second half of the show. Technical note: this season has got plenty of bloody and gory fight scenes, which will fulfill your appetite for it. The final season has a lot of astounding battle sequences, which will remind you of the time when Game of Thrones used to be good. The overall dark setting and absolutely stunning cinematography of the show acts as a further to the cap and intensifies the visual experience. The production design and fight choreography also add a lot to its glorious battle sequences. Also, as I always believed, its incredible soundtrack deserves no less than 50%. The credit for making this show amazing. Its captivating opening theme and OST toward its run brilliantly reflects the visuals and adds a great deal in establishing the overall feel of the show. There wasn't anything particular that wasn't going wrong with this season, except for a few unexpected things here and there. The only thing that bothered me this season was that it was the final season. It's hard to believe that. As glorious as show was The Last Kingdom has ended already. Based on Bernard Cornwell's novel, its source material consisted of 13 books. They wrapped up 10 huge books in 5 seasons, but even then, 3 books are still left. The upcoming film, Seven Kings Must Die, is meant to conclude the story of the Last Kingdom, and I fear that they might cram up the last 3 books in the film or script a few of them entirely. It has been revealed that the film would be a standalone one which will act as an epilogue rather than continuation. Anyways, we will see our favorite characters, including Uhtred of course, one last time in the film. But The Last Kingdom Season 5 effectively ends the story of Uhtred of Bebbanburg, as his arc includes quite satisfyingly. The show ends with a montage which showcases exactly how much our protagonist Uhtred has been through since his childhood. It showcases all the pain, all the joy, all the love, the loss, and all the growth Uhtred has undergone. He has had one of the best character developments I have ever seen on screen, and he has single-handedly kept us invested for 5 incredible seasons. I would like to thank all the writers, directors, and showrunners who brought this exceptional show to life, and I would like also to curse them for ending it so soon. Yeah, I might not be it's not the most popular show right now, but it will age quite well and is undoubtedly one of the greatest dark period drama shows of all time. As a big fan of the show, it is really hard to say goodbye. But again, as Uhtred says, destiny is all. If you have any questions regarding The Last Kingdom, feel free to ask in the comments. For more content, stay tuned as always. Like, subscribe, and share if you like this. And please inform me if you want to talk about any other series. See you next time. Yeah, Destiny is all.